Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brian and Jim here of Drink a Beer and Play a Game, and welcome to another episode of the Power Hour Podcast.
Yes, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 310. Thank you for joining us tonight. Bri, I'm joining you tonight.
You sure are.
Normally when we do this, it's because we're recording something, like a list video, a review, something or other. We're doing this right now, and this episode's like 3 weeks late because Jimmy's brand new computer took a shit. So, I don't know anything about computers. I don't know anything about setting up computers. So I reached out to a person who, let's just say, they should know a thing or two about computers. So what wound up happening is said person decided to set my computer to quiet mode. I'm sure they asked me at some point, how quiet do you want it? And I probably said, as quiet as I can get it.
Naturally.
You know, normal person answer. Now, when you're building a computer and you tell someone to buy a shitload of expensive parts for a future-proof gaming computer, you would think, maybe I should still put it to a setting where it'll be safe. Games can run a little hot. Recording video, recording OBS, recording gameplay footage, doing a bunch of things at once, video editing. Things happen. Things get worked. Well, they decided to put it on quiet mode. And what quiet mode does is it keeps the fan running at a steady 25% speed. Now, that alone could have held me over for a while. But I went the extra mile, of course. And I bought myself a liquid-cooled system. So, with that, Brian, you may not know this. I learned things. I'm going to share what I learned with the world. For those of you out there, here's some friendly hints. If you have a liquid-cooled system, you need the fan to run fast enough to cool the liquid. Or else you're just shooting hot liquid through your motherboard and CPU. So, what that means is I am down a motherboard and a CPU. And hopefully not more. I don't think more as of right now, but...
So what have we learned?
Never try.
Or...
Just buy pre-built. Never try. If you don't know what you're talking about, then just buy a fucking pre-built and don't let anyone talk you out of it.
Definitely buy a pre-built. Unless you know exactly what you're doing yourself. Or have your backup computer, Jim.
Just have a backup computer. Because I asked, I was like, well, someone asked for me when I wasn't around. They're like, what would you have done in this situation? He's like, well, I've used my backup computer. Like, what backup computer?
Come on, Jim.
It's a thing normal people have. It's a thing we have.
You don't have a backup to your crazy expensive PC gaming?
I, of course, have a second $3,000 computer lying around, Brian. What am I,
Come
poor?
on. Yeah, what are you doing?
Come on. So, yeah, I'm here. Oh, and icing on the cake, cherry on top, whatever little phrase you want to use, Bri. When I got here, I forgot my mic and had to go back home and pick it back up and drive back over here.
Jim has been gymming it up really well these past couple of weeks.
Having a day, having a month.
But you know what? I think it is good because you and I have talked about it before. Obviously, it's convenient doing it from our homes, but getting together is nice, Jim. Just like how we got together this past weekend. And we'll be talking much more about that. But first, let's since we have had a little break, Chambers, let's start off. What are we drinking tonight?
Well, Bri, we're drinking Old Faithful. It's quickly become one of our favorite cheap beers out there.
It's got to be the favorite at this point, right?
It might be.
I don't know how you beat it. Juan texted me, what's that beer we had at your place again? How much was it? And after just buying it, $16 for 30 beers.
Dan from Console Wars came to hang out and pregame with us before an event we just did. And he brought some Coors. He saw the hams. He said, fuck the Coors. Give me the hams.
Yep.
That's what the hams does, people. And we drank copious amounts. No hangovers. I'm not saying it's hangover proof. I'm just saying. Whatever they do, they do it
Before
right.
we did hams, we've definitely done Coors. What did we do that one year? I feel like, didn't we do like a Yingling?
We might have done like Yingling Lights or something.
Yeah. Didn't one year we do something in a yellow can?
Oh, fuck.
What was that?
I think we did.
Was it Lucky Star?
Might have been your Lucky Strikes, maybe?
No,
yeah. Lucky Strikes are cigarettes.
Yeah. Lucky, you know what I'm talking about. The
Yes.
Lucky something. They were
Yeah.
gold cans. Yeah, these I'll never turn away from. Only one place near us that I know of actually sells it, but yeah, I figured continue tradition as we talk about our experiences at Too Many Games a little bit later.
Yep.
So perfect beer to go to that. But before we dive into Patreon and that and some other topics, the fuck you been playing for? Well, I know you haven't been able to play on your PC.
Not any StarCraft, that's for goddamn sure. That's for goddamn sure. That's actually what I was playing when it died.
You're like, oh boy, I'm out to win. What the hell?
You know what? There were a few games where I was fighting off some early cheese and feeling good about myself, and then poof, poof down, poof gone.
You're kind of like Icarus. You've flown a little too close to the sun there, Jim.
Flew too close to the sun. I had to put a 15-year-old game on max settings and blow up my computer, as one does.
When in Rome?
When in doubt.
So have you played anything is the real question.
Well, since I haven't had my computer to distract me, Bri, I put a little bit more. Unfortunately, the X-Men review is going to be a little delayed because I can't capture the fucking footage that I've been practicing for.
And
so
you've been on that last stage for how long?
I have to go back to it. I took a little break. I have to go back to it.
Okay.
But life. But yeah. So Prince of Persia: Lost Crown. I was talking about it before. Still making my way through it. I had a little snag here or there where I was like, "What do I do now?" Realized it was just me being dumb. So not exploring an area I should have been exploring. That kind of deal. But still, very much enjoying myself. Find it to be a very fun Metroidvania. It's got a good flow of combat to it. I'm 9 hours in, and it says I'm 31% of my save file.
Ooh.
So I don't know if that's the story or if in full map. So I don't know which is which. But I'm hoping it's full map. Please don't be the story.
Are you enjoying it?
No, I am enjoying it. No, it's fun. Like I said, like my threshold for Metroidvanias is like 20 hours max. So I have a feeling by the time I'm getting close to the end of this, it's going to overstay its welcome. But I'm still enjoying it for now.
Is it super cryptic, or is it enough where you feel confident you won't need to look up any like guides or anything like that?
No. It's not super cryptic at all. And there's actually like a character who you'll run across who will like let you buy a map for an area offer, or even you can buy hints at certain points. So
Okay.
like the hints are still a little bit like cryptic. They're not just like, hey, do this, stupid.
Sure.
But it's not. It is no like what Bloodstained was to me, or like even Symphony of the Night, like shit like that.
Oh, Symphony of the Night. I can't remember if I ever actually looked up anything. That game, I feel like there's so much trial and error, but
I never finished that one.
older games, I will say, and we've talked about before, Legend of Zelda, the old Castlevania, some of the old Castlevanias, like that cryptic horse shit of like, I don't care if you have the manual, I don't care if you ask everyone, like you don't know what you're doing and you don't know you need to do a certain thing. They were just great for Nintendo Power. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's really what they were there for.
Or
so,
EGM or any of that stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, no, still a good time though. It's living up to the hype for the most part to me.
Okay.
And besides that, I dipped my toe into this game called The Takeover. So it's a beat 'em up. It's definitely a throwback to Streets of Rage and Final Fight Had a Baby. Like you have three. Like basically the story is your daughter's been kidnapped by the criminals in the town. The main guy character is like an amalgamation of Guy, Cody, and Axel all mushed together.
Okay.
Then there's like the Blaze kind of chick, and then there's like the Mike Hagar big muscle man.
Okay.
And like the music's good. The graphics are the closest I can describe to the graphic style is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. If you've ever played that.
Oh, yeah. So, semi-realistic cell shaded?
Yeah, it's a weird mix between like 3D modeled and cell shaded.
Kind of trying to be real. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's tough to describe if you haven't played it. So like I'm not totally against that kind of art style, and the music was pretty good. The problem just kind of comes down to the gameplay, and it's painfully mid. If I
Okay.
had to describe it like a zoomer, like it's fine. Like it has many throwback enemies. It's very familiar, but something just feels like clunky, and the enemies, again, early enemies are too spongy. And if early enemies are too spongy, I start to lose. Like, the first stage took me, like, a half hour to get through. Like, the fun of a beat 'em up is, like, blasting through and, like, replaying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's, like, 12, 15 stages or something in this game. So I can only imagine it'll probably take like, inflated 5-6 hours to get through, which doesn't sound like a ton, but when you're playing a kind of monotonous game like that, it can wear on you.
Would you say it's similar to Mighty Number 9 to Mega Man? Where like it pulls from it, but it does nothing
As
good
well.
or new.
You know what? That's not a bad comparison.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
it's like it's not a bad game, but it's like, yeah, you didn't invent anything new.
Yeah, like at least it's not a Kickstarter disaster, and it definitely
Well, yeah.
and it definitely shows like it's a love letter. It's a miss for me. Luckily, I was like a free game on PlayStation back in January or February, something like that.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was able to dabble, and I went, okay, this is kind of sucks. So whatever. But yeah, besides that, not too much, except for what we ticked around with a little bit. Too many games. What about you, bruh? What you been playing?
So, before I get to the main game I've been focusing on, I've been dipping my toe back into Dead by Daylight again.
Oh, actually, shut your horn mouth real quick. Right before that, I actually got to dabble with a Switch 2 and with Mario Kart World.
Let me guess. It's Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. It's good. It's cool. A couple of the little changes are a little surprising, like how you don't have to hold an item behind you anymore. It can just stay there until you use it. And, the little, going straight jumps and, like, basically doing what you do with, like, sliding, with drifting to build a boost. You can do that going forward now, too, with jumps. So that's kind of cool, but, it's a Mario. It's good. It's Mario Kart. It's a good game. So,
Did it feel like 10 years worth of development?
not exactly reinventing the wheel here. I mean, I didn't really dabble in the free roam kind of thing, so that I don't know. But
even
I only went through like one race, or not one race, but like one circuit. So,
Yeah.
Obviously I didn't get the full thing, but our buddy Nerdy Nick, we'll get to that. He let me play his, so yeah. It's a Mario. I don't know if that, to me, just from the little bit of time I spent with it, that feels like a game that people are like trying to justify their $80 purchase with by saying it's worth it. Where I'm just like, I don't know if I'd be happy if this was my only game at launch.
Listen, I have no doubt you're going to, if you like Mario Kart, you're going to dump hundreds of hours into it.
Oh, easily, yeah.
But it's the same argument as, I hate to say it, the yearly sports game or Call of Duty releases where it's like, yeah, you will dump a lot of hours, you'll have fun, but let's not pretend they really reinvented the wheel. And this game, let's be honest, when was the last time a Mario Kart felt like, oh man, this actually like did some big changes? Except for the jumps between consoles, I saw this one and I feel like it's the weakest jump between consoles.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess technically you could
technically
say...
two consoles.
Yeah, really. Because, like, I mean, at its core, 8 wasn't a huge jump from, like, all the other ones.
Sure.
But it just did it, like, perfect.
Yes.
And then 8 Deluxe did even more perfect.
Yeah.
So, like, because, like, Mario Kart 7 was fine. I'm getting, like, Mario Kart 7 vibes from it. That's what I would describe it as.
Okay. Nice.
So, a really good game. Don't get me wrong. A really good game and a great launch title, but it's not an anchor.
Yeah. You'll wait till it's not 80. Well, actually, it'll always be $80 because of Nintendo. But you'll wait to get it, is what you're saying? If you get a Switch 2?
I'll eventually get it. But, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I almost have to if I get a Switch because, like, my daughter and friends will all want to play it and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, it will be a must-buy for me, but not because of, oh, my God, I need the Mario Kart.
Sure. So, yeah, I've been diving deep back into Dead by Daylight. Also, going back to my Total Warhammer games. Every time I get into it, I get so excited. And I also know how all-encompassing it can become. So, I'm trying to sparse it out where it's like, I'm not going to play it for hours on end. I'm just going to dabble, do a few battles, take over a few regions, and pull back. Because I'm still focusing... And I'm deep in it, Jim. An Ocarina of Time.
Finally.
So now, I think last time we talked, I may have just got to Adult Link. I forget if I even said that by the time we last talked.
When we last talked, at least on the show, I don't remember. I don't think you were yet. Maybe you had just gotten to the Temple of Time and maybe gotten to Sorting.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gotta say, that is man, when you become adult Link, does it become a depressing game for a little
Yes,
while?
it does.
Like when you go outside and all those re-deads and the villages, like you're like, oh god, this is just you're like, and you think about like, so he just loses 7 years of childhood, and
Yep.
I do understand that's what Majora's Mask becomes, and all these weird timelines with Zelda, but
Brian, what do you know about Majora's Mask?
I will know much more, Jim. Be
Sure
my
you
favorite,
will.
be my favorite game.
I'm
But
sure.
but here's the deal. I went through the Forest Temple. A little confusing. I did like the haunted elements of it, like with the pose and the paintings that you had to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
It's another game. I hold absolutely. If you're someone who went through and beat it by yourself by exploring, great job. I ain't got time like that. I just need to know where I need to go. But while I'm doing it, I'm not saying I'm getting 100% completion rate on like all the collectibles. I'm getting a lot of them.
Right. You don't need 100% anyway.
No, and there's no need. Like I think the latest Scatella house thing I got was the bomb choo choo,
Oh,
whatever
something
it's
like
called.
that, yeah.
Haven't used it yet, but I have it. But went through the Forest Temple, dude. That friggin' Phantom Ganon, getting down that bow shot, like to pick the right one, was really annoying for me.
Yep.
And his fucking ping-ponging energy balls back to him. Like, you had to be so precise. It's like, you just hit it with the tip. Just the tip, Jim.
Is that why you wore the shirt?
Exactly.
Hate him.
Jim, do you like my dedication?
No.
Jim! And then I also beat the Fire Temple.
Okay.
Thought that one was a little more straightforward. I fucking hate that area, though. Death Mountain, the Goron, because I went back to the Goron village, and that place is a maze trying to find unlockables. So, yeah, beat both of those. I know I got to work towards the Ice Temple, Water Temple, Shadow Temple, I think.
I believe the water one is next, and Bri, here's a request. Here's what you almost have to do.
Go on.
You have to play the water temple without a guide.
Okay.
It's infamous. You'll be annoyed.
Is it infamous for the temple itself being annoying or impossible puzzles? Or both?
You'll see.
Okay.
So, I mean, honestly, like, if you're going to have an idea about it and, like, because, you know, you can help yourself out with some other things. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Water Temple is infamous for being a pain in the ass with, like, switches and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I think of any temple, that's the one that you really need to just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. I mean,
No try, Bri. Do.
I will. Just a tip.
No bullshit. No guide. No old man shit.
So the other thing I found annoying was I tried doing the fishing. I can catch regular fish. I kept trying to go to the spot where you get the biggest one. And no matter how, I caught ones that were 14 pounds or whatever. I think the 15-pound one that would get you the golden scale.
Right.
Like, I don't care how many times I would reel it. It just would eventually get away. So I gave up. Like, I was like, I can't spend fucking 2 hours.
Bitch.
You never got it.
I got
You
it.
never got it.
I got it.
No proof.
I got it.
No proof.
Probably saved over my goddamn 100% goddamn files. Probably what you fucking did.
But yeah, I am significantly enjoying it more now as I'm getting further into the game. Just like the original Legend of Zelda, I think we know the games are great, so that's no shocker. To be determined. I think it's easy to say it'll probably be one of the best N64 games. I don't know if it'll go down in my pantheon of greatest games of all time. We'll see.
It looks like it's losing the luster there as time's gone on.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard other Legend of Zeldas are better.
A lot of people are making that argument.
Majora's Mask could be better. Twilight Princess could be better. I'm not saying Breath of the Wild. You're never selling me on that, Jim. Link to the Past, I could make
I never finished Breath of the Wild either, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh,
Don't do it.
maybe I will.
But yeah, so honestly, all of my energy, that's where it's gone. Ocarina of Time when I get time. Total Warhammer, and Dead by Daylight when I fuck around a little bit. But
Nice.
yeah, until Jim's back, full up until he can get the rest of the footage for X-Men.
And Brian can be nice and cuddly in here.
Jim.
Just make it quick.
Jim.
Nope.
Jim, say it.
Nope.
Jim.
I'm not saying anything.
But we got to get back to it eventually to finish off our Patreon reviews. So thank you guys so much. And Chambers, what questions we got this week?
Over at patreon.com/DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, where for as little as $2 a month, you can ask a question that we will answer on each and every single one of these Power Hour podcasts. First up from Todd Howard Sucks. What is the better boomer slop? NCIS or Walker Texas Ranger?
Did you watch either of them?
I watched a little bit of Walker. I didn't really watch a lot of NCIS.
I
watched more CSI than NCIS.
I never watched Walker. I watch more NCIS. And when I say watch more, it was like I caught here and there after some of the Raws because I think that's when it came on.
Yeah.
So I know Walker in some points did too, but I never bought into the Chuck Norris memes and that whole thing. And didn't they do a remake of Walker too?
That I don't know.
So man, NCIS had the obviously super dumb one-liners. What was that guy's name?
No, I think it's CSI Miami that has the redheaded guy who always
Dave
takes off his
Coulier?
glasses. No, that's Uncle Joey.
Is that? Oh,
Yeah. Fuck. I know what you're talking about. No, because NCIS had like Mark Harmon, I think, at first.
oh,
And God, I can't remember his goddamn name now. He was on NYPD Blue, I think.
oh.
The redhead guy.
Fuck.
We could just look this up, but it's funnier
I
this
would
way.
say NCIS because police procedurals in general drive me crazy. There's too many of them. They're the same shit over and over. They all try to be edgy. They have that character does this, character does that. Walker Texas Ranger, you have a Texas Ranger that just happens to know basically Kung Fu. So I can go more for that.
All right, that's fine. It's fine to be wrong because there's an episode of Walker Texas Ranger, possibly one of the 5 I've ever seen, where the Ku Klux Klan invades his little part of Texas.
And does he take care
Not
of
the
business?
KKK. It's actually a bunch of neo-Nazis. And he takes care of business. And there's one scene that lives rent-free in my head for 25 years where he's sneaking around and there's like some guard there. And he sneaks up behind him and he's like, Heil Hitler. And the other guy's like, oh, Heil Hitler. And he just punches him in the face. But it was just like the goofiest, like...
I'm not seeing any negatives here.
You have to see it. You just have to see how amazingly it's done.
Jim, and I just like that now I have that on audio that I can use whenever I want.
Well, guess who's not buying a Steam Deck?
So what you're saying is you were offended that these guys were beat up by him, and that's why it's more of a schlock.
Brian, I don't really need these words put in my mouth anymore than they already have right now, haven't they?
You know, I will stick with my answer, Jim. I think you've...
He's beating up the Nazis, Brian. That's why it's great.
Which is
tricked them
why
with the
it's a
dummies they
better...
are.
Which is why the question was, which one was worse? And I said NCIS was worse.
Oh, fuck. I even forgot what the fucking question was.
Jim is going to keep Jimming, huh?
I mean, I'm doing it so well today, I might as well keep going.
Jim, can you repeat
So yes,
what he said?
NCIS is worse.
Can you repeat what he said to the guy?
Nah, I don't listen to Kanye. I don't know what you're talking about. Not a big hip-hop guy. I mean, it's a hell of a day for hip-hop with Diddy getting off. So this is the day we're recording it.
I know you thought he was innocent, Jim.
Look, bro.
I still say he's guilty.
Look, bro. You just
Nope.
can't
Don't.
keep a...
Don't.
Just...
Just say it again.
Nah, I don't...
Actually, you know what?
I don't think anything needs to be
You know
said.
what? Maybe I'll use that little thing you just said over the Kanye song. It's your fault. Patreon exclusive.
Oh, crap.
Oh, most viewed Patreon video.
You know what? I could use the Patreon bucks. Daddy needs computer parts.
Ah, fuck. But yes, I'll stand with my correct answer, and Jim can stand with whatever it is he said.
The intent was there. The execution was terrible.
Just a tip.
I'm not a smart man.
Nope.
Next up from JD Baines. What are the 3 most important and not best games made in the last 30 years?
Most important, not best. 30 years.
So it doesn't have to be the best, but the most
Jesus
important.
Christ. The depressing part of 30 years is it doesn't even go back to the 80s.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we old.
Important, not best. Important. Minecraft has to be there.
That's a good one. Would you almost say... Now, we all know Fortnite's the big one, but PUBG walks so it could run.
That's what I mean. Like, do you say the one that set the standard or the one that turned around and dominated it? It's kind of like saying Call of Duty, but there was Medal of Honor before.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 years would be 95?
I hate to say it. I feel like you almost have to say Fortnite. Even though PUBG said, like, I prefer PUBG still, but, like...
I think Minecraft is a good one. Right. I might, unfortunately for you, have to say Ocarina, just because it kind of set what a 3D adventure game is.
Did that, or did Mario 3D?
Mario 3D wasn't really as open world as
No, but I'm
Ocarina.
saying that set 3D...
Oh, yeah, no. Mario, you could easily say Mario 64. Yeah. I wouldn't argue that either.
I'm trying to think if there's something more important than either of those titles, though.
I mean, if you're talking Korea, you got to say StarCraft, but RTSs aren't as big here.
We're not talking Korea.
Or in the general scheme of things, really.
We're not talking that bullshit.
Racist.
Do we want to rewind? Is this the rewind section
I
of
said
the
the
video?
punch in the face was a good thing. I prefer the Hallelujah version of the song, I'll have you know.
Or do you go... I really hate to say it, but do you say some kind of, like, mobile game?
Oh, yeah, like a Candy Crush or an Angry Birds.
Or
like, huge.
Pokemon Go? I don't... Do you say fucking Wii Sports?
Wii Sports, GTA 3.
GTA 4 or 5. Yeah, all of them. Like... Ooh, that's a fucking good question.
I guess I would have to go...
I know Minecraft is there for me for sure. That's definitely...
Yeah. I would have to say Minecraft, GTA 3, and COD 4. Those would be mine.
Yeah. Yeah. COD 4 was definitely there for me. Obviously, for FPS.
It changed the industry, basically.
I may have to also... I like the idea of Ocarina of Time. Something like 3D.
I mean, fuck, you could even throw Freddy's in there.
You could, or Slender Man.
Yeah, I think that kind of fell off. And
Yeah.
like Ocarina set a stage, Mario 64 set a stage. I mean, I know simulation racers aren't as big. Gran Turismo.
We just talked about. Do you do a Mario Kart or Smash Brothers?
Yeah, I mean, for as good as Mario Kart, the original is, like, it really, 64 set what a kart racer is now.
Damn, that's really good. Genre defining. We said Minecraft, said Call of Duty.
I mean, Resident Evil, I think you said that.
Yeah.
That was 96.
I was going to put that there. Yeah. You know what? That's my 3. Call of Duty, Resident Evil, and Minecraft.
All right, there we go.
Tough to say otherwise.
Yeah, I honestly think for a question like
so
this,
many.
there's both so many and almost so few because like something's got to be the first one that really like hits.
Yeah, like you said, if we cared more about the whole 3D adventure, yeah, we'd say Ocarina of Time. You could go Mario Kart with racing. You could go the kart way, or you could go Gran Turismo.
Yeah, or you could do like Burnout Paradise or something.
Yeah, as you said, if you go in MOBAs and shit like that, it's a whole nother avenue.
And I mean, you could almost say Tony Hawk, but then like that was strong for a while.
Yeah, it died real quick. You could honestly say pick any of the long-living sports titles.
Yeah.
Like, you could debate that. You could wrestling games.
Yeah, you got
better
No
the
Mercy
90s.
in there. Yeah.
I mean, fuck, just do the SmackDowns, which still basically live on through WWE 2Ks now.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a great question, but
It's tough to say. Like, you could almost say Guitar Hero, but that was also a fad. But it was a huge fad for like 6 years.
biggest fad for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I think the battle royale style is going to go away eventually. I think this is a fad for a time.
Yeah,
and
you
eventually
hit the
it will wear
burnout.
out. Yeah,
But Bri, they're adding American Dad to Warzone.
of course they are.
We're in the heyday.
Didn't they also add Beavis and Butthead?
Maybe.
I think they did.
I mean, we had Seth Rogen, so we already hit peak. Ow.
Damn it. Good question. I love that question now.
Yeah, no, that is a noodle scratcher. And last up, would you rather plan a prison break or a bank heist?
Bank heist. Why the fuck would I want to be in prison?
Yeah, you'd have to be in prison first.
Yeah, I don't want to be in prison, period.
Shit, that kind of throws a whole monkey or
Yeah.
wrench in there.
I mean, I think you'd be probably planning harder in prison because you're trying to get out of something. But I think the bank heist is you're not in prison, so it's probably better.
Yeah.
Bank heist. Simple.
I mean, prison, you have to be more elaborate. Bank heist, you just...
Jim, you're the guy in the bank heist, though. You fuck it up. You shoot somebody. You're the guy in Heat that I have to beat the shit out of because you shot somebody. He was looking at me funny. Or you poop yourself. You leave DNA on the floor. Like, there's so many things you would fuck. No, he wasn't even the wild one. It was his friend, the long-haired, greasy-haired guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, you would definitely.
Well, Bri, if it's anything like Call of Duty Zombies, I'm the guy on lookout who fucks it up.
We've established this, Jim. You can't watch a window. I'd be like, Jim, just watch that window for people coming in. Someone walks right in. What the fuck, Jim? Ooh.
Maybe I do Prison Break then. I like Shovel Knight. I can dig.
You'd be getting a lot of attention in prison.
Yeah, pretty good.
Jim's like, why would I leave? I'm so appreciated.
I've never felt happier. This is great.
I'm the belle of the ball.
3 meals, TV, all the attention a guy could ever ask for. I don't know, man. It sounded pretty good over here. Time to work out, time to read.
All right, maybe the better question is, which one do you think you could plan better? Now, which one would you prefer to plan? Do you think you could get yourself out of prison better or pull off a seamless heist without getting caught?
I don't know. It seems like you got to be good at blending and getting away to do a prison or to do a bank heist. Technology these days, it's a little much. The prisons, you know, they're not as fun as they used to be, Bri. Little dilapidated, a little behind the times. I think I could do a prison heist better, or a prison heist. What the?
Prison heist. I like
Prison
it.
heist.
Go back. Let's rewind to Jim's earlier comment.
I throw the toilet paper. Not a smart man.
So yeah, Jim, you do the prison heist. I'll stay out in the public and do the.
Did I not fuck up any of these questions?
Nope, you did. Like your computer.
At least it was quiet.
Uh,
I'm having a hell of a day back.
Good question.
Thanks, everybody, for the support, as always. If you're new to the page, make sure to head on over to Patreon. Check out the tiers for the bonus content, which, unfortunately, is going to be a little slow right now because of life. But, yes, all the different tiers, all the different bonus stuff that you can get. Also, to make sure to head on over to YouTube, Apple, or Podbean, anywhere that you can find us. Links will be below. And, you know, leave those comments, leave those subscribes, share it to your friends. Anything you can do can and will help the page. And besides helping, why don't you go and why don't you help yourself? Head on over to Skillshare, use our code DBPG30, get 30% off a year of one class. So, you know, you can learn how to be a better gamer, you can learn a trade, you can learn a hobby, this or that.
You can learn how to build a PC.
You can learn how to properly build a PC.
Should I run the how to not be Jim class?
There's a market for it.
I'm just saying.
There is a market. Speaking of markets are crazy lately with retro game prices. But you know where they are not? Over at our good buddy GhettoGamer.net. Use code DBPG to get 20% off your first order.
Yeah, no, I've said it many times and I continue to say it. If you're someone you're dipping your toes in, as we're about to talk about, we just went to a giant convention. Prices are tough out there right now. So if you are looking to build a collection, go to this site. It's a great starting point, no matter what old system you're looking to start for.
Well, I mean, to be fair, right now, NES or Super NES, he's expanding, but if you like those two systems, you're not going to go wrong.
Yeah, so check them out. Give some support, give some love. And as always, guys, thank you for the support.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, Chambers. So bulk of this episode, and I would say our favorite yearly gaming tradition, and a nice just little get away from it all. Let's do a little recap of Too Many Games, Chambers.
Yes, recently this past weekend, out in Oaks, PA, at the Oaks Convention Center. Yeah, it's our, fifth time going, I think?
Yeah, I think it's 5 years going now.
Probably at least. But yeah, we did our normal tradition of, even though it's about a half hour away from our houses, we make a weekend out of it. We get ourselves a hotel room. We make sure that, sometimes when you get to be our age, we're dedicated family men. Nothing we love more than our family, but sometimes you need to remember how much you miss them.
You let loose a little bit.
Yeah.
You need time away. Need time with the boys. Need time to drink. And this year, so in years past, we've had continued tradition. I think since the first year, we usually always stayed with Dan.
Yeah, so the very first time we went, we didn't because we didn't know what we were doing yet. So we just went to the floor. We met up with Dan during the show and hung out for a couple hours, but we didn't have a hotel room. We only went for the one day, blah, 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 blah. We're like, all right, next year we got to do this right.
Yep.
So ever since then, normally we have Dan stay with us, but this year he wasn't able to because he decided to spread his seed. So, he was able to sneak out for a day though, and
but still, he was able to come pregame with us. But let's even take a step back. So in years past, we'd be like, all right, maybe we only do Saturday or something. I think last year was the first year we did Friday and Saturday.
I believe so.
And so I'm gonna go a step further, Jim. You might not be allowed, but I'm gonna say this year, our good buddy Nerdy Nick, he flew in on Thursday. We were able to meet him the day before. I call it the pre-Too Many Games. And we ended up meeting him right near where we were going. Got some dinner. As Jim did with this episode and his computer, he fucked it up. So, I want you to tell the wrong side, your side, and then I'm going to tell what really happened. But go on.
So, we were discussing where we should meet up. Nick obviously coming in from Arizona. He doesn't have a car. So, we're like, all right, we'll come to you. And we drive out there and we're like, all right, where do you want to go? None of us can decide. Some people are giving suggestions, but they're like super far away. We said, fuck that. So Brian goes, oh, we can try like this brewery, or we can even do like PJ Willihan's. And in my head, I just went, oh yeah, I guess we'll just do the brewery. Not putting that out there to the world as the thing that I thought was going to be what the plan was. So as we're driving down there, we're talking about like, oh yeah, take them somewhere you can get, good food, try a bunch of different beers. And Brian goes, yeah, that's what's good about PJ Willihan's. I'm like, yeah, they are good about that.
Yeah, they got lots of beer selections, not just from one brewery. Solid choice. Also, in my mind, Nick was staying right near the Oaks Convention Center, like right near it.
You know what else is right near there, Bri?
Yeah, and you know what's 2 minutes away from there? PJ Willihan's.
Bri, I would even go as far as to say that it's directly between the convention center and the hotel he was staying at, which were across the street from each other.
And, we pick up Nick, and there's a little bit of a, first time meeting him in person, like bullshitting, catching up. I'm not really focusing on where Jim's driving. And all of a sudden, like, Nick even goes like, yeah, it's nice around here. And Jim's like, yeah, it's Collegeville, whatever. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, well, maybe like I wasn't looking at the right location of PJ's to this on the map. Like maybe it is a little far. Jim also fucks up directions a lot. So I'm like, could be multiple things. As soon as like it clicked in my head, Jim starts pulling in and I right away see what looks like an industrial center. And I'm like, that feels like a place where a brewery would be. And I say out loud, I'm like, this doesn't look like PJ Willihan's. And Jim goes, yeah, it's a brewery. and even Nick was like, what? So Jim that up, but But
In my defense,
in your defense, place was excellent. It was called Trouble's End.
former Appalachian Brewing Company, if anyone knows the area.
Oh, that was yeah. You did mention that.
Yep.
Food, beers, fantastic. So
Food was great.
I got some appetizer of these pickle brined wings, which I'm gonna be pickle brining my wings before I cook them at home because it doesn't overpower you with pickle, but it's like just enough with like the tang and everything that you're like, ooh, this is damn good. I got a Berea French dip sandwich, which was amazing.
I got it was like a prosciutto wrapped pork sandwich kind of deal. It was like fucking
with a mountain of slaw.
With a mountain of slaw, and I love me some slaw, so I was a happy boy.
Nick got like a double down, which was just like a pile of meat on a sandwich. And like I said, I've tried 3 or 4 of their beers. Not one of them was disappointing.
Yeah.
So it was a good mistake, Jim.
Hey, it worked out. Look at me, culturing us.
But then we're like, all right, let's take the party from there. Let's go to PJ Wellahan's. Let's get another beer. And as Nick said, like, it's his first time in Philly. Like, he wanted to get a cold Yingling. And luckily, they didn't have it on the menu, but they did have it on tap. So we were able to get him his first Yingling on tap. And we were many beers deep. And Jim, why don't you tell the full story? No, keep in mind, this is a Thursday night. It's now
not 9-10 p.m.-ish, something like that.
It's getting late, so not late enough that it's shut down, but it's winding down. But we're beers deep. We're having a good time.
No, and so the seating arrangement is right now. Nick's listening to this, going, "God damn it!" Nick's to the left of me. I'm the cream of the Oreo. Bry's to the right of me. And
don't ever say you're the cream of the Oreo. God damn it.
So as I'm sitting next to the cookie, he goes, "I kind of want some crayons."
Well, rewind. What he was fascinated with was they were
menus.
paper menus. He's
Yes.
like, I feel like this is a kid's menu.
Yes, he was saying it feels
Makes
like
me kind of want crayons. And we laughed. A couple beers later, he's like, no, I like legit want
It wasn't a couple beers later, Brian. It was maybe half a beer.
It was
later.
like 2 beers.
No,
I'm giving him credit.
No, I'm not giving him any fucking credit.
So what happened next?
He turns to the bartender and he goes, "Can I get some crayons?" Now, you have to keep in mind that this is a 260 pound of 0% body fat, half Mexican, half Italian. And just jacked. Like, if you ever seen a picture of him, he's even bigger in person, basically.
Yeah.
And he's asking for crayons from this woman.
And what did you say, Jim?
What did I say?
Her look suggested, like, are you serious? And then you said, yep, he's...
No, I did not say that. He said that about me.
No, you said it about him.
I did not say that about him.
You did say that.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I just because you don't want to repeat it.
No, I'll say no, retarded. But no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, because he was saying he wanted crayons, and you're like, yeah, he's...
No, she went, what do you call it? She did the little head tilt and went, like we give kids? And he's like, yeah. And she goes, okay. And she gives it to him. And then later on, I forget what I did. I said I did one of my Jimisms. And Nick goes, like, don't worry about him. He's retarded. And she just did the head tilt again. I don't think she was sad when we left, Bri.
Okay. I remember it differently. I like your spin.
There's no spin. That's how it happened.
I think there's a spin.
There's no spin. I was going to drop that on the poor girl.
You've been known to drop it here.
Oh, of course I have. I'm not saying I don't.
But yeah, and then we played some Hangman. It ended up being good that we got it.
Kicked his fucking ass in some goddamn tic-tac-toe. That's what I did.
You did.
All that training against my 7-year-old daughter. It's perfect.
But yeah, so it was just a nice little like preamble. And I bring that up because it kind of convinced me. Maybe we should start getting a hotel for Thursday night. So we can hit the convention early, because ultimately what happens is you forget to take a half day on Friday, or you forget to take off on Fridays.
I took a half day. I took the half day.
So you take a half day. So we still get there. We pregame. It's fine. But we could hit the convention earlier if we say Thursday night, and it's more time away. So that's what I'm saying. You may not be allowed. Sandy, let them do it. But I'm just saying it's more time for fun, Jim.
There's more time for fun.
If you want to maximize fun, I'm just saying.
Make our own after party the first night.
I'm just saying.
We have friends who work it. They need to relax after that long day of setup.
That's right. Exactly.
Man, anyone working that con,
my point. Oh, God,
they got fucking cornholed because apparently the setup day, like it was a hot son of a bitch, and they were all dying in there, and it was like minimal AC in there because the con wasn't fully going yet. So landlords are landlords. That's all we can say about that.
Yeah,
not the fault of the con, but those landlords were stingy.
Yeah, but so nice little preamble. We do that. Friday comes. I took off. Well, I am off on Fridays, but Jim did a half day, so it was a lot of. It was raining, right? Like that. I remember that whole morning because I remember I ran out, got us our hams, got us a 30-pack, getting ready. We're heading down. Got to do our Wawa run, get our hoagies, get our shit in order because you got to mentally and physically prepare for the weekend that we knew what we were about to have.
Oh yeah, you need to have your liquid IV and your milk thistle.
Only one of us needs milk thistle.
Hey, the results speak for themselves.
Guess what? I didn't have it. I didn't need it.
The results speak for themselves.
So yeah, we actually stay at the Valley Forge Casino. Well, this year we stay at the Valley Forge Casino, which in and of itself, we meet Dan. It's awesome. Go into the first place. Valley Forge Casino is split up into two buildings. There's a Stardust and there's the actual casino. Last 2 times we stayed there, we're in the Stardust.
Don't think anything of it.
Yeah, go in there. We're carrying case of beer, case of water, got our bags. And the lady at the desk is like, yeah, you're actually in the other building. No problem. Most of these places are connected, right, Jim?
Yeah, then one would think. I mean, it's a casino. They're always connected. You have your hotel thing here. You have your tower here. You just walk by. Boom. Bam. Great.
So no problem. Give us a cart. We'll walk over. Nope. You got to walk outside, around the parking lot, and into the building. So
we were the popular guys pushing that goddamn thing. Everyone saw the cases of beer.
Yeah.
The cooler.
They knew what we were there for. And then, we got to our room. Very nice room, actually.
Yeah, great room.
Like, big-ass room.
AC was kicking. Bathroom had a fan. Not all these things have fans. Bathroom had a fan.
It's funny every time we're with Dan.
Very clutch.
There is always a moment of, like, that kind of, like, all right, we're all kind of catching up to speed. We're kind of slow. Have a few hams. And then at some point it turns. Like, we have music going. And it's like, all right, we'll play Fuck the Deal or whatever. But, like, there is a moment of all of a sudden the switch is turning on.
Yep.
Just a little bit. And Dan, obviously, he had to be a good boy. Couldn't go crazy.
He was a good boy.
And we even said, Jim and I were like, all right.
We tried to make him stay.
Yeah, we tried our best. But we also said, like, yo, you can't go super hard with the Fuck the Deal this year, like, because we want to survive the weekend. And we basically...
we don't want to survive the weekend. We wanted to survive the floor. Because after certain Fuck the Dealer games, some of us have been very, very sleepy by like 5, 6 and a half. Fuck you. Look at Dan. You can look at goddamn Dan.
And you.
Nah, I'm a good boy.
And I got fucked the most. I mean, granted, it's never on the scale that you got it a few times, but I definitely got the worst. And, do a few of that, go over, and then it's...
Once again, I would highly suggest cores or hams for Fuck the Dealer.
Dude.
Do not do anything heavy or hard. You will regret the living shit out of it.
Yeah. But then, now it's convention time. So we go over there, and that first day was really chill. Like, whenever we first get there, there's a whole slew of people. It's like, we got to catch up with. Got to catch up with Michelle, Petey's Power Hour, obviously Point and Click Adventure, or Point and Drink Adventure.
Helping her sister out at her booth.
Yep. We got to go over, say hi to Adam and Nina, Square Painter, see their booth. Of course, we always run into Jimmy. And then we went right over. I was damn determined. Like, I want to go over and see the ice cold beer tournament, which our buddy Rob was running, and it was really cool. Actually, we all played, and Dan, who previously was the worst, when he's sober, apparently is much better at ice cold beer.
Out of fucking nowhere.
He ended up getting in 3rd place in a tournament, which I'm still calling bullshit on.
The amateur tournament, but yes.
It was the amateur tournament. The 2 people who got first were a father and son who have a cabinet in their basement. And
Well, is that Frank's kid?
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
no,
and the
because
girl was his as well.
Oh, okay. Because Frank, who owns Classic Game Junkie, one of like the bigger game stores in the area, so he wound up getting first place.
And they say, like, if you're ice cold beer, we've talked about many times on this. You basically have to navigate 1,000,000 holes, get up to 10 if you can, and you're moving 2 levers on a bar, balancing it. If you get up to levels, if you get to the 7th hole, you automatically in the professional tournament. So what this guy, his son, and some others did was, well, I'll just get to 6 and quit with that being my highest score.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they clearly knew how to do it. And Dan kept going, it shouldn't count. They're a family. That's one person. But Dan, he got up to like the 4th hole or something, or the 5th hole.
Maybe the 5th.
He did great. So he was able to get 3rd place. That was a lot of fun. And then I think, after that? I know we got some more beers. But what did we actually... This is where I'm starting to like, okay.
Yeah, because we didn't hit the arcade until the 2nd day.
Yeah.
No, we...
So we went from... Oh, we saw Rex Viper.
No, we were going to
night.
see Rex Viper, but on the way, Celia and Justin were doing the Indie Game Awards. So we checked that out for a little bit.
Too, but there was a gap in there. Did we go out to eat?
We were
Arnold's was the next day.
Yeah, no, we probably just went and like grabbed like a pretzel and like more beer and just like kind of walked around. We might have walked around the vendor floor at that point a little bit.
I will say that night, both nights, most I've ever drank at the actual convention, because the beers are so fucking expensive and the lines are crazy. We managed to pick the perfect times both nights where it's like, oh, it's not bad. So we did. So we actually, we did do a couple rounds of beer at the convention for sure, because we each bought rounds through 4 of us. So
yeah, I mean, we wound up talking to Adam for a while on the floor, getting a couple rounds. And then, like, that's when we saw, like, the Freddy Krueger cosplayer, who, that guy, his outfit was friggin' awesome.
Dude, that was amazing. My favorite of all, and now I'm following him, I think it's called Haunted Cosplay, is the guy in the werewolf outfit that was Wolverine. Mm-hmm. His costume was crazy.
Yeah, it was like Wolverine, but, like, also turning into a werewolf, like, through half the outfit. Like, that was really cool. There was a guy, I forget his name, but, like, he does all these like cardboard cutout, like really high-end cosplays.
Oh, yes.
So
he always does Metroid. He's done a couple different Metroids.
Yeah, so this year he was the Sonic the Hedgehog ball, like the very first Robotnik boss fight. So he had like the giant ball in one leg and like balled up Sonic in another leg with like his upper body's Robotnik.
So impressive.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Yeah, like...
And I think he even had a thing where you could like pull out rings from like the inside of it when like to simulate hitting Sonic.
Yeah. No, the creativity of some of the cosplayers, and I'm sure MagFest technically is bigger, but like this one, there are some standouts.
Right, what about Femboy Hooters Master Chief?
We don't talk about that.
That was...
Because as much as there's good, I would say it's 10% of the level we just said that we're excited for. Yeah. Maybe only 5%. The majority is...
No, most of them were fine, but then there's the other 5% where you're like, you should not be doing that.
I'm going to bump that percentage up, Jim.
Yeah.
There's a lot that shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
That was the most extreme.
That was the most egregious, yes.
Actually, I don't even think I told you.
Oh, you know what we also did in that time to fucking kill time? We fucking met up with Nick on the floor. Mm-hmm. Or hang with him. That's what that was.
So Nick, he was working security, so he had to work. But of course, we had to go over, say hi, hang out with him. Which was cool. And like I said, that first day is always about like catching up with folks that you haven't seen in a while. The vendors the selection felt very weak, and I don't know what it was. Well, I can tell you one thing what it was there's a fucking million now, like Verizon, AT&T, and like I guess sponsored. I know they got to pay their bills, but I'm like, you had State Farm being like, do you want to get a bobblehead? No, I don't
spin the wheel and get a bobblehead. Like, no.
No, I don't want that. Like, I'm at a gaming convention. What the fuck are you doing here?
And I'll say there was probably less actually like gaming vendors.
Yeah.
Than there have been. Like, there's a lot of tchotchke stuff and a lot of like, artists and like anime kind of stuff. Like, not begrudging any of them anything, but it was just more of them than usual, it seems like. And here's a little, what do you call it, constructive criticism here.
Go on.
You don't need as many of the voice actors and stuff like that.
They dedicate almost a whole hall's worth, half of a hall's worth, and the booths are huge. And
it takes up a ton of floor space. And look, again, like I'm not into the scene, and I'm sure like a lot of people are excited to see them, but there were times during the day where it looked like the Lonely Virgil meme. It was tough. Like there's times I wanted to go up and be like, I don't even know who you are, but
you're sitting here by yourself. Like
yeah,
like they always have like
they could have been just spent on more vendors, so you don't need the State Farms.
Two or three that you're like, oh, those lines were out. Like
Charles Martinet was like an hour long, no matter what,
and he always is. There was like two others I thought were pretty packed. I forget who it was.
Same,
but Jim and I, that's the thing. We never do that stuff, and it's not a knock. It's just like we're cheap and we don't want to stand in line. Really, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not paying $100 for a picture.
Yeah, so vendors not great. I would say there weren't too many games. There's like fewer games, and they were expensive.
Oh, I mean, we just got to get this out of the way right now. The retro scene is just it's absolutely insane. Like it's been climbing and climbing and climbing over the years, but there's been times where like even if you follow this page for as long as you do, like you'll see that our pickups at these things have gone down and down and down. Like I don't think you bought any games when you were there, did you?
Nope, just a shirt. So you can show your game real quick. Let me find.
Yeah, so my tradition of picking up a TurboGrafx game when I go to a convention keeps going. I went to Michelle's sister's booth and I picked up Boxy Boy. So the best way to describe this is it's basically a puzzler where you have, it's a puzzler where you have to push boxes around, like, you're a guy at a warehouse kind of deal. And of course you have to do it in the right order or else you're going to be fucked and you can't advance the level. The closest thing I can compare it to is there's a game just like it on TI 83, 89 calculators that I played the shit out of back in high school. But yeah, this is a console version where they got the idea from, basically.
Would you say it's the same as an Ocarina of Time where you're in the cow chute and then you have to move the boxes to get under the hidden thing to get into the hay to get one of the heart pieces?
In a way, yes. That can be an apt comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, besides this, it would have been a bunch of like $15 sports games, which I know I would never touch. Or a bunch of games that would cost over $100, which I'm not going to play enough to justify. So
yeah.
Like $50 is like a fair price for a convention for a really good condition one.
Yeah.
It even has like some guys like old cheat code notes still like it's folded up inside the manual here, which is pretty cool. So
me, I'm simple. Nick actually got this shirt, but it's the Splatterhouse and the EC Comics. I can't tell if it's there it is. It's in camera. So number one, the EC Comics style would sell me. You could, if you did this in multiple games, I would have got multiple shirts. But being Splatterhouse, from Square Painter and Nina, I've bought a lot of Splatterhouse stuff. So it was a no-brainer for me. I'm always on the hunt for horror games.
Actually, real quick to cut you off, Square Painter. If you've ever wanted some of his stuff, he's running a sale right now after Too Many Games.
Yeah.
So check out his page. It's probably still going on.
So yeah, like the coolest things I think I saw were the Virtual Boy like whole kiosk.
Yes.
But that was like 4,000 or something. It was some crazy number.
Yeah, that was like 3,000. They had the Godzilla 1998 like Taco Bell cup
for like
display.
1,500.
But it had all the cups. It was in great condition. It was like, I
don't know why I want it, but yeah, I did want that.
You know why you wanted it, Bri? Because it was amazing.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, like, so the vendors were cool. And then, like Jim said, got beers, chilled. And then we're like, all right, cool. We'll go see Rex Viper. And we've now seen...
3 times?
Yeah, we've seen Rex 3 times. And the hall they use for the concerts, we've definitely been there at least one other time. I forget who we saw.
We saw Vine Sauce there before.
Okay.
What's that?
Was it also... Did we see Psycho Stick there?
We peeked our head into Psycho Stick, but no, last year was like Vine Sauce and that like Green Day cover band for some
That's
reason.
right, yeah. That was them. But yeah, no, Rex Viper. It's cool because they actually here, as opposed to Arnold's and some of the other places, they had the monitors behind them, which are a nice little, like, they edit together videos to go along with their songs. And it also, if you're someone who might not know, it'll kind of like give you a hint, like, this is the game sound that they're pulling from, and this is a movie or whatever. No, the guys, they perform well.
Crowd was into it. They need to more constructive criticism. the venue needs to have better speakers for the concerts.
Yeah.
Like they only had like these two like dual things that were like, on stands, almost like not karaoke ones, but like a couple steps above that, but still it wasn't nearly enough for like to get a full sound of a band through them properly. I'll say.
Yeah.
So like, that wasn't doing them any favors, but they played the songs well.
So, Rex Viper goes on at 9, or was it 8 or 9?
I think it was like maybe 8ish, something like that. 7,
Yeah.
8ish.
So, and then at that point, that's where we ran into our friend Raya. And then at that point, we're like, okay, cool. It's wrapping up. Nick's done. And Dan's still with us. So we're like, you know what? Let's drive over to the hotel, the after party hotel at this point. And just like last year, they had the security there.
Yep.
Luckily, Nick was staying there. So the only way you could get in
Being
legally
a guest, staying
was being a guest.
We're being with a guest.
So we get there, and this is where it's the most fun for us, which is getting to talk and meet with other people, a lot of networking, and you could just we drank a lot. And I think the craziest part is going up
Bri is quite the networker.
and I think the interesting part is going up to the bartender, and she's like, "You were here to pass
Dude, what
2
the fuck
years."
was her name?
It was Christine.
Christine, that's
Yeah.
right. Dude,
Sweetest
what a
lady in
goddamn
the world.
sweetheart she is.
But she remembered. She's like, "You were here last year." And I was like, "Yeah." And she remembered Brian. I was like, "Holy shit, great memory, awesome person." So yeah, we drank quite a bit. Nothing that crazy, other than the fact that we stayed there till 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Closed it down. Jim made new friend. He's got a thing for blondes.
Look, some people are very nice, but eventually it's just like, first time meeting people. You want to just get back to talking to your friend for a little bit for a while, but a very nice person.
Jim, we network in different ways.
Sure do, don't we?
So, it was a great time.
So I have to. So Brian's the son of a bitch who's real good at networking with.
I
can say
no,
the opposite
here's
sex.
The deal. Here's the deal. So I would say, at this hotel, we always stay with kind of the same groups that we meet, right? So we got Adam.
Okay,
Rob.
get defensive. I don't even know what I'm getting to.
No. What I'm saying is, we meet with like kind of the same people over and over. But it is always fun, like the same way on Saturday night we'll talk about it. Joe came down and people we've known online forever. So it's always cool, like when you finally get to meet people in person, like just like Nick. So this year we got to not only talk to all the people in Rex Viper, which is always fun.
Oh yeah. Brad,
What's
James,
his actual
Adam,
name?
Alden.
Matthias.
Oh, Matthias. Yeah,
Matthias.
the wrestler. He does all the cosplay wrestling.
Yeah, like we see him. This is the only time we see him.
Yep.
This year we got to run into Celia, who's Kosher Gamer, who's been on the podcast multiple times.
Yep, she's on Spawncast now.
She was on Spawncast. She's running panels, working her ass off. She's down there with the full Spawncast crew, which is...
so Spawn Wave, RGT85, the rest of them, yeah.
Yeah, what's the other one's names? What was it? Josie and somebody else.
I forget.
I'm forgetting. But yeah, no, like it was really cool because we've said, like with Celia, we're like, oh cool, like whenever you come out, we got to meet up. So it's just awesome getting to finally meet people in person. And Raya came out. Was this the second or third year?
Rob's girlfriend Danielle made like cake, brought down cake for everyone.
Best
one in the morning, which is the most clutch move ever.
The best, what was it? The 3-color Italian cookies, I think she said they were. Oh, they were so good.
Yes, they were.
And also, we were smart. We got food.
Oh yeah.
Which we've never done at that bar, by the way.
Oh, the cheesesteak egg rolls there.
Oh, dude, I'm convinced that is part of what saved us of not feeling like absolute shit.
Yep, that and our Wawa hoagies waiting for us back at the place.
Because we've never stayed there until 3:30 in the morning.
Probably not. No, normally I pass out by then.
But Jim was enamored with his new friend.
So, in between all the networking, I ran into like Lime Jinjo and a couple other people there during the course of the thing who I never got to meet in real life before. So that was cool.
Clear your throat.
I'm not going to go in the middle of a freaking talking about something. Sorry, Lime, you deserve better. But yeah, very briefly talked to, like, she says, Boundary Break, like, real quick. He was hanging out with them, so, a bunch of, it's a lot
John
of name
Riggs,
dropping
we got
here.
to talk to.
Talk to Riggs,
No, like,
super
we
nice
just
guy.
point out, like, this is the fun part, is, like, you get to talk with folks, and it's not geeking out. It's literally
Here's
you
the
just
thing.
talking.
Here's some advice for you. If you ever get to these parties or you're talking to a content creator, try to go, if you follow them enough at all that you know something about them that isn't gaming or what they're known for, talk to them about that.
Yeah.
Because the last thing they want to do is talk about what they talk about every single minute of every single day.
Yeah. And we can even, like, start blending the Saturday, too. Like, a lot of the, I'll fast forward to the Saturday piece was Dan left by Friday night, and he was a good boy. He did not, I don't want to give a feeling that he was not drinking like we were.
Yep.
So he drove home.
We traded him in for Joe from Scarlet Sprites.
Yeah. So Jim and I wake up at a nice 10 a.m. So we were up. You were up.
Got up at 10 a.m. I woke up at 8:30 a.m. and I went, oh, I got to take a dump.
Which is nothing new.
Which is nothing new.
Yeah.
But my shitty body went, well, you're up now. So because I'm just used to that from having a dog and a kid and a family. So
Yeah.
I'm up, and I am fucking tired.
Well, my favorite is, like, Nick has to actually work the event, but, like, we're getting texts like, you guys up yet? We weren't.
No.
But probably my third favorite tradition of going to Too Many Games now is going to Nudies in the morning.
Ooh.
This diner, which
Nudies
is
Diner in Audubon. If you were ever
10
there,
minutes away.
If you have not been, you're missing out. Fuck a continental breakfast or whatever's near there. Go to Nudies. Their breakfast burrito is the godsend of all godsends for when you're hungover from a night of drinking.
The coffee hits good. The home fry, like, dude, it is the perfect combination.
They have an eye for talent when it comes to hiring waitresses.
They do. But yeah, like, so we, we're taking it easy. We went, got that, came back, got ready, and then met up with Michelle and Joe at PJ Wallahan's, which was very close, right, Jim?
You know what, Bri? It was very convenient. It was at a convenient location for all.
And what's funny is Jim and I, we both go, like, I think I tallied up, and I know I was roughly at 14 or 15 beers for Friday night.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And that's minimum. Like, that was my rough counting. And you and I couldn't believe, we're like, why are we so good? Like, we knew it was going to hit us.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that hit us is, I think after PJ's, both of us were like, oh, we're tired.
Yeah,
not headaches, not all that other bullshit. So, we meet up with them. Of course, Jim and I ordered beers. I don't think they actually ordered drinks there.
No, they did not.
We were
we were hair of the dogging it.
Yeah, we were the degenerates. And then it was cool. We went over. This is one of the first years I think we dedicated. We're like, we're going to do arcades. Because being with Joe, you learn, obviously, shit about arcade cabinets. He wanted to really try Time Crisis 3. He'd never seen it.
Yeah, and there was this, like, Sailor Moon arcade that he had never even seen before. And he's the arcade guy, so he was like, all right, I definitely want to play that, too.
Yeah, so we played...
No, it was Virtual Cop 3 that he really wanted to play.
Was that it? Yeah, not Time Crisis. Yeah, and, that Virtual Cop 2 cabinet sucked. Those guns were terrible.
They need to really calibrate these machines. That's another criticism, because, like, you're, like, pointed here, you're shooting over here. It was annoying.
But that's probably the longest we've just dedicated to, like, we're just going to play arcade games. And then you and Michelle.
So, me and Michelle decide to sit down and play a little. We went to a candy cabinet at Marvel vs. Capcom. We're like, oh, cool, we'll play this. So we're playing, and all of a sudden we just go. And we look at each other. And our eyes just bulge out. And we run. Middle of our game. Doesn't fuck the game. Fuck all this. We run. We run to the middle of the hallway and we just go. Ah! It literally smelled like someone just took a dump on the floor next to us. I don't know the last time I've smelled a smell like this. When you're at this convention, you can walk from the convention to Arnold's across the street, and there is a sewer treatment plant next to the convention hall. And some days it will be running, and it will be stinky. This smelled like 1,000 treatment plants condensed into one. It was one of the most horrific smells I've ever smelled in my life. Bri was on the other side of the thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I thought I smelled something."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and her literally were like in the middle of the hallway, just like, well, for the first 5 minutes, she's just uncontrollably laughing. Her body just like shut down. It was like a defense mechanism. She's like, I don't even know why I'm laughing. I just can't stop. And I'm just saying, like,
that was her fight or flight.
That was her flight or flight. I turned into Hank Hill, and she's just laughing. And like, it was to the point where like we actually took a good 10 minutes before we like got the courage again to walk our way back into like the arcade area to find everybody else.
Yeah, that was.
There's con stink. There is con stank.
Oh, dude. Well, Michelle and
the bathrooms will do you no favors
the
either.
bathrooms are terrible, but
this was beyond anything I've ever smelled at a convention before.
Keep in mind, humidity's high. We had just gotten over a heat wave. It was still hot, high 80s, high humidity though. And Michelle and I remember we were walking into one point. I don't know if it's when we came back from Arnold's or whatever, but you open up the door and you're like, okay, it's not so bad. And then as you get close to the entrance, after you go through the magnetometers, you just get a punch in the face of smell. And you're like, there's an invisible barrier that you got to cross. And you're just like, why?
Yeah, the first floor is like the main vendor floor, and that's what's the most packed in there. And Saturday had like,
oh my God,
the line wrapped around the entire building to get in there.
Yeah.
So luckily we went a little later, so we didn't deal with that. But yeah, it was at least an hour line to get in. So, like, you were crammed in there with a lot of 2 p.m. convention people. It'd be stanking in there at that point.
So, luckily, we're like, all right. Our buddy Rob was like, yo, going over to Arnold's, which is a place which is right across the lot from this convention center.
And think of like a mom and pop Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. Yeah. Bowling, arcades, beer, bars,
Go-karts, beers,
pool tables. Yeah. Everything. So we go to a bar, and once again, we meet a lot of cool people there. The Bailey kid.
Yeah, Bailey. I ran into some Twitter people like Ducks in Disguise, Red Ox, Davey PGH, people like that.
Were you there when the random band came? You might have been in the bathroom, but a random dude comes up. He's like, yo, you all look like rad people. We play in a band that combines.
Were they that Pokemon band or whatever?
Pokemon band. Yeah, and he's like trying to sell it to us. And meanwhile, we're like...
Yeah, I was in the bathroom. I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, and he's like, they're going to be playing at Arnold's. And we're like, that's cool. Like, do you know about TooManyGames? He had no idea. He's like, what's TooManyGames?
Really?
We're like, you're a Pokemon rock band who doesn't know about... And
Wait,
Rob was like, there's like 20,000 people. Like, what do you mean you don't know about that? And he's like, you should be going over there canvassing, like trying to get people to come over here.
Yeah.
So he had no idea about it.
Really?
Which,
wow.
Don't know if it was bullshit or what, but either way, Arnold's is always cool. Had a couple beers there. It was pretty chill, but it was a nice like break from the con because we needed that. And then we went back over, and that's when we finally met back up with Nick.
Had to
deal
started talking to some cosplayers.
Nick brought us over to cosplayers.
He was in the cosplay section. He was doing a lot of security there, keeping the creepers away.
Because he had multiple incidents, as you can imagine, will happen with cosplayers. Mm-hmm. So he said, let's come over. I want to introduce you to said cosplayers. He introduced us. I don't know what the problem was.
So Brian, his networking kicked in, and he was having him a good little conversation. Nice little conversation with the most attractive people at the con, who were all happy into Brian to talk to him with his networking.
When you have a love of horror, Jim, that's what happens.
That's what happens. So here's the best part of that. For all these pictures Brian has with talking to all these girls.
It's all lies.
Who do you think is the one between the two of us who got the tiniest bit of shit for getting a picture with a girl? Because we do our group pictures as we're all having a good time. Michelle's next to me. And all of a sudden, my wife was hanging out with some of her friends, and they're like, who's this bitch cuddling up on Jimmy? And, like, luckily, like, my wife has met Michelle a ton of times. She's like, no, that's Michelle. She's cool. But got shit from those girls. I go to work the next day, and my coworker's like, oh, I saw that girl cuddling up to you in that one picture. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jim, what are you doing?
I'm just too irresistible, Brian. It's my problem.
You're a Bidoof?
We'll get to the Bidoof. We will get to the Bidoof.
I'm talkative. That's where I'm leaving it.
Real chatty Cathy.
Listen, when questions are asked you, it's rude not to answer. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Always networking.
So then, this is where I'm starting
My favorite part of that is Joe starts looking at me, coming. He's like, "This son of a bitch over here."
Well, my favorite was when Nick introduced us, we all thought the same thing. The one person he was introducing us to, we thought was a cosplayer.
Right,
Turned out to
not
be.
Yeah.
She was like the friend of and it was like, I was like, oh, who are you? She's like, the sign, Scarlet. I forget, but I remember Joe's
Right,
like,
are you distracted?
no, but Joe was like, he's like, oh, talking to Scarlet. So after that, I'm trying to remember because Michelle did have the great idea. Like we were like walking around the con. I think we were just trying to find excuses. We're like, well, we're not going to really stay for Psycho Stick. So do we just go to the hotel really early and get some food there? So I'm giving Michelle the credit. We're like, Jim and I's like, we still got a lot of hams back at the hotel and we got our hoagies. Like, do you want to go pre-game?
I don't need to go, but spend more money right now.
Yeah. But, she was right. Went back there, got some. This time we actually, so like at nighttime, they have the limited menus of appetizers, and then they have the main menu up till like 8 or 9, whatever time it was. Because we got there pretty, no, I'm sorry.
It was like 8-ish.
They have the menu till 10.
Yeah, the normal food till 10, yeah.
Got there at 8. I got a flatbread. Joe got a pizza.
Got me a hot chicken Sammy.
Yeah, so it was good, and then it was just a matter of, once again, from 8 till 3:30.
People filled it in.
Filter people in, and this was a night where we really got to, of course, talking with AVGN, and to Jim's point, there's a lot of, you want to geek out, but like, just talk to him as a person. Just talk to him about like regular shit. So that's the best. Like I said, I think that is the best part, and we spent the night just talking and meeting a lot. I don't think, like I said, that might have been the night we met more people, but like,
yeah, like ran to like Carlo and
Carlo was awesome.
High Scorsese, and like Augie was there again, and
Yeah.
the guy from the Pittsburgh, or John from the Pittsburgh Expo was there,
Yep.
like basically getting hints basically to make his expo better,
Yeah.
which is cool to see, and then a whole bunch of other people too.
No, but another
Very
just
chill.
awesome night. Nick, unfortunately, so he drove with us the first night back with Dan. This night, we went there too early, and we were like, he'll just Uber over. He's like, I'll just walk. Just walked over. And yeah, it was, once again, just a very late night. And
Another 3 a.m. night.
another 3 a.m. night.
So, the Bidoof story. So, the night before, we're talking with Celia, hanging out with her. She's talking Pokemon, and she says her favorite Pokemon's Bidoof. And at that point, I'm like, fucking Bidoof, but I'm already 20 beers in, so I'm like,
Well, technically, I think her favorite is Rattata.
Oh, Rattata?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Well, I just heard about the Bidoof part.
Well, because why'd you hear about the Bidoof, Jim?
So the next day, I go up to her, and I'm like, wait, I gotta talk about this Bidoof thing with you. I was like, you like that stupid-looking beaver? And she just looks at me, and she goes, you're a Bidoof. I'm like, what? No, you just can't do that. And she walked away. She just shot me in the face right there.
I mean, she called it out good for you.
She did.
You now have a new nickname.
I didn't help myself because I was like, it looks like a who. And she's like, no, that's just because that's you.
And then we went through
She's
a
too
game.
quick on her feet.
We went through a game with Nick and her, and we were picking out Pokemon for each other. Jim made his case worse when she said she likes Rattata. Is it Rattata or
Rattata? Maybe.
Rattata, whatever? And
So at some point they start giving out free food because there's just food left over that they don't want to throw away. So as she's talking about Rattata and Bidoof, who are both creatures with big buck teeth.
And keep in mind, she's now holding a camera up to Jim like this with a Rattata, full teeth out, and Jim in the meantime is he's nibbling on a piece of food.
No.
Yes.
No, that's
Yes.
when Nick decided to shove a soggy dumpling in my mouth while she had that next to me. So my front teeth, which are a little bucked, not excessively, were bucking the fuck out over this goddamn dumpling that was forced on me, raped onto me.
This is the classic. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Nick shut the...
Do I need to confirm?
Go ahead. You can confirm.
I'll be agreed with. And you know that.
You're going to be agreed with anyway.
And the point is,
Networker.
the picture is right here, and he just perfect. And then to put the icing on the cake, Jim, what did I say you look like?
I don't remember. I was too traumatized.
So I said Jim reminded me of the movie Witches, where the witches turned this rather chubby little kid into a rat, and I held that picture up, and she agreed completely. So 2 points for a good guy. 2 points.
Yep.
2 points. And the best part was, Jim, we're right. Right? We're right.
No. No.
Listen, we didn't go low road on you.
Did not go low road.
We so I'll just say that.
I was a victim of circumstance. It's bullshit.
I'm the victim.
You're no fucking victim. You're a lot of goddamn things. You're definitely a networker, but you're no
it
fucking
was
victim.
it was a great night. Joe stayed I think he stayed till 11 or 12.
Yeah, him and Michelle both stayed decently late until
they
probably
stayed
about
late.
midnight.
I said, Jim and I, of course, like sons of bitches, kept trying to convince Joe. We're like, you could stay. You could stay.
Yeah.
Basically being devil's advocate all night. Like, come on, you could stay. Michelle's like, you guys are the worst. Stop trying to make him stay. We're like, we're not trying. He wants to stay. He just can't.
Right.
Yeah. So, it was, I mean, all in all, it was great. Sunday, we got up. You and I don't know if we've ever actually gone back to the con on Sundays.
On a Sunday, no, we do not.
Yeah.
Typically.
Because usually we're just exhausted. You have to load up the car, check out the hotel, like do the whole thing. We need to get our breakfast from Nudies. And we're like, do we go back?
And we went, no.
Well, that's like, Carlo, Celia.
No,
I
had to text Carlo later because he really wanted to like do an interview with us, and we will set that up. But it's like, dude, we were so beat. We were like, yeah, we might go back to the con. We didn't go back because he was actually asking us during the after parties, and we're like, dude, we're in no shape to do this right now.
No, oh God,
that would have been a disaster. So yeah, no, that's something we definitely want to do with him. But yeah, that'll be for a more sober, earlier in the day of a con kind of time.
I think
no problem doing it in person or anything, but yeah, just need to get us early.
I think the best part is this year, you didn't fall asleep.
No sleepies.
We didn't make complete asses of ourselves.
For once.
Neither of us got sick, and neither of us had hangovers.
Yeah, magically.
And yet we
even got recognized a couple times.
We did, and we stayed up later than we've ever done. So, great networking.
We're learning.
So I can't stress enough. If you ever have the ability, come out TooManyGames. Jim and I love it. That is a now trip I look forward to every June. Similar to I definitely want us to try to stick with doing MagFest. MagFest is cool, but it's a different scale.
Yeah, it's a whole different vibe.
But same deal. It's awesome. I said hanging with Jimmy, hanging with Rob, hanging with those guys is always always a blast.
Freaking Jimmy Reiner, Salt of the Earth guy right there.
Best guy. Yep.
I mean, he's the guy who's just like, oh, you guys got to check these guys out. And it's like, you don't have to do that.
On behalf of us, yeah. We know what we are.
Yeah.
There's no pretending with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an awesome time.
Yeah, well, I always recommend it.
The Bidoof recommends. I'm gonna buy you a Bidoof shirt, by the way.
I'll take a free shirt. Why not?
We had to hand out some of our free shirts.
We did hand out some shirts. Shirts were handed out.
You had one job, one person you had to hand it to.
The opportunity did not present itself.
Next year.
Yeah.
Take
everything, please. Well, I don't have a bag or anything. Here, shirt. I had to be the here shirt guy. Just never presented, bro.
Still a good time.
Great time.
Yep. Chambers, only got 2 topics to cover. Obviously, most of the time was on TooManyGames. But first one is breaking news, basically, with fucking Microsoft. Man.
As of today. So, Microsoft, as a company, was cutting 5% of their overall workforce, I think it is, which amounted to about 9,000 people. And a lot of that workforce came down to Xbox gaming division. So, obviously, Xbox has been doing a lot of layoffs and a lot of studio closures. But the breaking news today is Microsoft is closing down Xbox Studio, The Initiative, with Perfect Dark killed as well, joining Everwild as ZeniMax's new IP and other unannounced projects. So, the initiative has been around for 7 years. They've been working on Perfect Dark. We've had 2 trailers.
It looked pretty damn good, too.
I thought it looked... we talked about it before when they
Yep.
dropped the trailer. It's like, this looks interesting. I want to play this. And, yeah, dead and bye-bye. So, yes, it was a rumor as of before, and, okay, 4% of Microsoft's overall workforce. But, yeah, it was set to be the revival of Rare's classic stealth IP from the early 2000s. It included heavyweights like Daryl Gallagher from Tomb Raider, and his work with Crystal Dynamics was working with Microsoft on Perfect Dark, and that partnership will now conclude. Microsoft is shutting down the initiative as a result of the game's cancellation, which seems like you don't have to kill a team because you decide to cancel the game.
You decide to cancel a single game from this studio. And
so, yeah, it says they're going to provide severance to the people who work there and try to rearrange them internally to other studios. Xbox Game Studio head Matt Booty shared the thing about Everwild, Perfect Dark, and other unannounced projects, including ZeniMax's new online MMORPG Blackbird, which is going to be a successor to Elder Scrolls Online. So, yeah, not only that, then they started to announce, there are things that, like, Phil Spencer did, like, a little announcement video today where he showed himself playing the new Indiana Jones game right after he had fired the team and closed down the studio that worked on that Indiana Jones game that just came out. Not a great look. And talking about, like, the future of Xbox and all their new hardware and all their integration with Steam and all that other bullshit. Not a banner day.
no, and it's weird because on one hand you're like, oh, 4%. And then you're like, holy fuck, how big? You know Microsoft's big, but you're like, wow, that's 9,000 people. That's really shitty. I feel bad for this group. We've said though, gaming as a whole, I feel like this past year and a half, the amount of layoffs in gaming industry, like, it's a shaky ass industry to be in right now, and it also is probably a sign that could have been overinflated, Jim.
Yeah,
I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, it probably hit a bubble, and now this is like, we're in a weird spot where we were just talking about the price of retro games is too high for most people. These AAA games are trying to charge numbers that probably aren't netting them the profits that old numbers. Like, there's probably so many factors. And Xbox in general is like, yeah, if you're not really a cash cow for us, we're going to cut you.
So far, everything shown in the recent Xbox showcase from June is quote-unquote safe. Stupid. All right. For the audio version, we're looking like this right now because I guess me doing...
you did that.
Quote-unquote fucked up the camera. What the hell? Really? I can't quote-unquote? God forbid. God forbid I do that.
It's still recording.
Wonderful.
Coming back. 3, 2, 1.
So, for those watching the video version, you're going to wonder, hey, what's that weird cut? And, well, apparently I can't do quote-unquote without fucking up the camera. So,
Fuck
wonderful.
up your computer.
What an age we live in. But yes, games like Clockwork Revolution, State of Decay 3 will still be coming out as far as we know. But there have been a lot of layoffs on there too. Undead Labs has had a lot of layoffs lately. Turn 10 has had a lot of layoffs because of Forza Motorsport having mixed reviews. And yeah, more shit like that. And then more data came out today that Microsoft just laid off 9,000 people, but they also just filed 6,500 H-1B applications. So who needs homegrown work when you can just ship it in for cheaper from India? So what a wonderful industry we live in, people.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of backlash to this, and I've seen a lot of people like, here's how you vote. You vote with your wallet, and they're canceling like their Xbox game subscription. I do agree. Vote with your wallet. That's why I've said against Nintendo for many years, but
Nintendo doesn't pull this shit.
No. But I'm saying, like, I agree with the mentality. Like, yeah, if you're unhappy or displeased, don't support them. This is one of those open and shut things where it's like, my company just went through a massive layoff too, cut by 63%. So, yeah, I see it. It really sucks. So I feel bad for the individuals.
Yeah, no, same here. Anyone who got affected by it, like we know people
Sucks.
who have been affected by Microsoft's mass layoffs the past couple years,
Yeah.
which is in the dozens of thousands at this point, which is ridiculous. But yeah, don't be in the video game industry. I
Dude.
think is the lesson.
Or
You
be
want to talk
careful.
volatile?
Yeah, just be careful. But yeah, I mean that's breaking news. So we were like, you know what, let's go ahead and cover it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we had on the list for all these weeks that we're trying to figure out what to do. But I mean, it's old news; doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, just
The Bidoof.
Bidoof is just chewing on wood over here.
Trying to find a picture of it so I can just keep referencing it. And
I'm gonna say,
holding it up.
you can put it in post, Bri. You don't have to hold it up to the camera right now.
I can do both.
You don't have to do both, Bri.
But Jim, I want you to make the face.
I'm not making any goddamn face. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Good.
damn.
Good.
The light.
Good. Fuck
No.
yourself.
All right, the post will be there. Jim, just do me a favor.
No.
All
No. I don't think I will.
right, then when you're remixing Kanye's song, don't complain.
Taken out of context. Taken out of context can do a lot of goddamn things to you. But speaking of taken out of context, that leads us into the normie view for this week. The segment where we look at what people are talking about on the internet and give our thoughts as very uneducated and probably not having the whole story, but just some guys.
I'm the ignorant one.
Especially you. I follow this more than you.
I am super ignorant, so I'm giving you the layman's. Tell me about this. Oh yeah, this is stupid. But
All right.
yeah,
So, one of the bigger stories going on the internet, in the world of YouTube right now, especially in the commentary community, is a certain lawsuit that has been filed by one Ethan Klein, aka H3H3 Productions. As of 2 weeks ago, he released a video called "I'm Suing These Three Creators." And the three creators in question are Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron. So these are three leftist leaning content creators who kind of they ride with the Hassan side of things, and Hassan Piker and Ethan have been clashing since the collapse of their podcast Leftovers. So there's been a lot of words said, a lot of back and forth, a lot of bashing, and for at least a little while, it culminated in a video, a series that Ethan does called Content Nuke, a play on Content Cop that iDubbbz used to do, where he basically picks a target and says everything that's wrong with him from his perspective.
Yeah.
Famously did one on Keemstar a couple years ago, kind of blew up in his face, but he just recently did one on Hassan Piker. And, I mean, Hassan's got a loyal fan base out there. So there's about half the internet that kind of hates Ethan and thinks he's a crazy person right now. And they hate him so much, especially with his wife is from Israel. They have ties to Israel and shit like that. And basically, like, Leftovers fell apart because of the Palestine war. And Ethan made his whole video about how Hassan is praising Hamas too much and calling them based and saying that, what they're doing is completely justified in manner of speaking and stuff like that. And, the three girls are basically, they ride Hassan's coattails. They decided to react to the video and watch it, do it on stream as content. Fine. Nothing wrong with reacting to content. Even Ethan says this in his video.
yeah.
So, the problem comes from a long-standing gripe that people have with Twitch streamers. And
Or reactions in general.
Yeah, so-
but the three in question are Twitch, but
oh yeah, we're beyond like the Fine Brothers reaction kind of
Yeah.
thing, where there's a kind of subset on Twitch kind of called Couch React or Couch
yeah.
Commentary. So where basically they'll put on some kind of copyrighted content and they'll just sit there and either barely say anything or let it play while they leave and take a shit or while they sit there in silence while eating. It's been a huge problem for, that criticism people have had on Twitch for a long, long time.
yep.
So Ethan, when he made his Content Nuke, he decided to copyright it. His video is registered in the Library of Congress, apparently. Basically, according to him, he set a trap.
Yeah.
And besides getting his point of view out there kind of deal. So, What happened with this trap that he sprung? Well, certain creators would watch it and Hassan Piker himself, he said, hey, he hates Hassan, but Hassan did a lot of reacting. I think he did like a 5 to 8 hour stream on Ethan's hour and a half long video. Other creators did so as well, but these three girls didn't do as much. Now, I will say right now, I did not sit through their reactions. I can't say whether or not Ethan's clips in his video were taken out of context. They could have been. But he's saying that he thinks he has a case to go after them. Yeah. Now, the backlash that Ethan is getting from different subsets is the first one is saying that he's just being a misogynist because he isn't including any men in this at all. They're saying that he's being a crazy person for setting a trap like this in the first place. There's so many things being hurled at him right now. Also, they're saying that he's doing this because he doesn't care about the plight of commentary and doing it right, because there is a long history once again. So I don't know if you ever heard about this, but a couple months back, a guy named Bad Empanada, he's another leftist kind of streamer, he did a stream where he basically said that Ethan is lazy because at that time a bunch of his like house cleaners quit, or like living maids and shit like that. So at that point, like his kids are like living in filth and like dog shit. They're crawling in dog shit, and they're like getting this like rare kind of dog shit related disease, to the point where at some point there's a whole thing called a snark Reddit, which is totally against Ethan, that is always against him. And someone from there called CPS on him. Besides someone else from there sending him skulls in the mail and shit like that. Like, shit's going crazy when it comes to this. And, of course, Frogan, Casey Tron, and Denims are, tangentially related to that. They say they aren't in there, but who knows. But they referenced it because they said that you could do a guilt-free watch of Ethan's video if you just watched a mirror of it, and they would watch a mirror of it and react to it through their channels, with the express purpose of not giving him any views.
Yeah, like...
Which they clearly stated.
So, let me start all this by saying...
Just real quick, let me finish this up.
Too much preamble, Jim.
It's a lot to get through with all this internet shit. But, so the long story short is, Ethan is saying that they maliciously tried to get around his copyright. They didn't do enough reacting during the course of their streams, and he's suing them. And he has already filed his lawsuits with all three.
Yep. So, I want to be very clear. I know about Ethan. I know H3. Not a fan. I think I dislike Hassan Piker more. Not that I know his content, but from what I've seen, it's just not for me. The three females are being sued. Knew nothing about. I watched the whole video. We have a link below. It's Ethan's video kind of documenting this piece. There's a part of me, the strategist part of me, that respects the 4D chess move of copywriting. You are setting a trap. There's no doubt. He's like, and he said as much. He said, I knew people were going to do it. I think his trap was probably more he was hoping Hassan would fuck up, and he would probably go for him.
He did have a bit of a bitch fit that Hassan hadn't watched his video for like probably about a month until he finally got around to it.
Like he even called it like Asmongold and some other kind. He's like, yeah, there was and he showed a whole litany of people. Like,
Asmon, XQC, like people he disagrees with politically, but who did a better react job.
Yeah, and you could tell, though, the one thing I will say is, my guess, if you're going to go through the trouble of copywriting, he probably knew what would deem the requirements of copyright infringement, which is why he took the time for like Denim and some of the other ones. He would keep a timer of how far away they were from the camera, how much time they spent not speaking,
how much time Casey spent smoking,
to like 37 bomb rips, or whatever the number was. It was insane. Like the other one, Frogan or whatever, like where she's like, I'm gonna go to your point, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go get food, I'm gonna leave it playing for you, or start at the video with like, we're taking views away from him, because the intent is, and he mentions this, when some viewers do this, it fucks up the algorithm for the original video.
Oh yeah.
So you're bombing the views on that. messes with it
Oh,
all.
also just a real quick aside, like a huge controversy around these React kind of videos in this manner is that the ones doing it will always justify it by saying, "Oh, we're giving a platform to these smaller creators and stuff like that by showing their video." But there's been so many videos over time where it shows it's made it no difference.
No.
It's never helped the people that they've taken the content from.
And you know, whether his stat, like he showed Denim, like her average viewer count was like, I don't know, 1,600. And then during that video, it was like 40,000.
Right.
So the reactions to him, is he a crazy person for doing it? Yes. Doesn't make him wrong.
Right.
So this is a weird one where it's like a terrible person doing shit to terrible people. I once again, I want to be clear. I'm on no one's side on this one, but I do see the argument. Like, and he tried to talk about at the beginning, like he was referencing some other channel that talked about this. Like, when you have a video, like you said, say it's a 10-minute video, and then your reaction's a 15 or 20-minute, because you're basically like pausing every couple of minutes and giving your insight. Mm-hmm. That's more transformative. That's more like true commentary. If I'm just straight up sitting there watching, and he even pointed to Hassan, like, apparently watches just shows on his streams.
Oh yeah, like I forget which one we'll do it, but like they'll watch like Hell's Kitchen or Top Chef.
It was him.
Just, watch it.
And I go like,
how the fuck do you do that?
How is he getting, like, that's my thing, is like, that is too far to me. But I'm trying to find, like, I hate bitch moves of litigation, but I also, as you said, like, he's clearly got this thing. This group was started to go against him. He's getting shit thrown at him. So finally he's probably like, all right, I'm going to fuck with him back.
But then there's also the side of the hypocrisy, because Ethan himself
was a React channel.
Was not only a reaction channel, but he was the first big lawsuit that kind of set the precedent for what is currently allowed under fair use.
Yeah.
Because a Matt something or other, some workout channel or something that Ethan was bashing, sued him for defamation and all that crap. And he basically, his court case kind of established the basis of fair use. So a lot of people are going, oh, you know, you've kind of become the bad guy or the enemy here.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things, though. Like, once again, I've seen some of his videos. I would argue he does it right. Whereas if his video, you and I aren't going to watch,
I'm sure he's had some where he doesn't say enough during.
Of course, yeah. But there's clearly a time limit, like, because that's what he's referencing. The amount of time away from the camera, the amount of time not spoken, the amount of time of unedited, like, you're just streaming my video, the intent of I'm doing, like, especially when you stay at the beginning, I'm doing this to fuck over that video.
Yeah.
That's where it's like, yeah, that stuff. You're doing shit with malicious intent. So right away, like, that's where it gets wily, right?
Yeah, I mean, if the basis is malicious copyright infringement, if they say it at the start of their video, it then seems open and shut.
I don't feel bad.
Maybe they were the three who were dumb enough to do it. I don't know if there are others out there. Because a lot of people were just saying, oh, he's not going after Hassan or XQC or anyone else because they're too rich that they can fight back. Or these girls
I don't
aren't.
know, and that's the thing, is without knowing the details of the data, like, did XQC and Hassan, I felt like this whole video was aimed at Hassan, but he couldn't quite get him with it.
Yes.
And Hassan might just know enough to be like, yeah, I know
so
I need to talk every 5 minutes or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, they just didn't fall for it, is probably my take. And these are probably, I don't know, are these three girls, I assume they're smaller streamers?
Denims is reasonably big. Frogan has famously been and considered an up-and-comer. She's gotten like the up-and-comer award for about 3 years straight now.
Okay.
So a lot of people are like, how much longer can this bitch be up-and-coming?
You can't be Rookie of the Year 3 years in a row.
Yeah. And then Casey's just I think she's been around for a long time, but like she's never been huge.
Okay. Yeah. I can't feel bad, like, if you're in a group that throws stones. I've said this about every one of these things. If you fuck around, you're gonna find out. If these were like truly innocent and they were like, oh, I want to react to this as whatever, I'd feel bad, but I don't know. No one's a victim in this particular case, and I feel like if somebody's willing to just straight up show an unedited video and walk away and keep it going and not, then yeah, then you're being extra lazy and you probably deserve it. Once again, I hate litigation. I want to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
I want fair use to stand. If you are truly commenting, cool. But if you're doing it with the express intent to fuck them over, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. And it's funny because there's even, other commentary people out there who are on Ethan's side who are like, look, I kind of think he's right, but this case could probably kind of fuck over my channel too. Like, this could really put a huge ripple through all of like commentary just on the internet in general.
Jim,
But
as video game guys who are small as we are,
not a problem.
The amount of dumb fucking copyright infringement we've gotten for some shit that I'm like,
oh yeah,
that was a 5-second clip in a fucking. We definitely use it transformatively. Yes, we can sit there and argue it, but it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
When you're small, you don't have to fight about 3 cents. You just go, okay.
Yeah, so wham. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm never gonna cry for a streamer or a YouTuber just because, like, you're living a blessed
You're
life.
living
This is your job.
the most, and these are and a lot of Hassan and I'm sure his followers are the type that would use the term privilege. I would argue incorrectly, not realizing they themselves are the most privileged of the privileged.
Well, especially Hassan, but
Yeah.
smaller channels, whatever. But I mean, that guy, he rakes it in. But with all that aside, like, this is gonna be one of those things where a lot of wrongs could make a right, because at the end of the day, if this fucks over people just playing someone else's content, it might not be the worst thing in the world, but also like you said, litigation's gay. So
Well, it's just stupid. Like, I don't like it. I wish there was other ways. Like, I guess there isn't a, like, yo, you're coming at this video because you're malicious intent to fuck it over.
maybe if it just gets rid of that side of all this, maybe that's a net positive.
But also, once again, I don't think it's right. If you and I are like, you know what, we're going to review Ethan Klein's video. We're going to put his video on and just sit there and watch it and not say anything. I'm not okay with that. Like, take the time, just talk about his video, pause it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that.
Yeah. If it fucks over the true reactions that are okay, then
that's a bad thing, because
Yeah.
I like commentary channels. I watch a shitload of them. It's weird to be 40 and watching YouTube drama, but whatever. We all have our things.
But it's
You
also,
watch Stranger Things. I watch stupid YouTube.
well,
shit.
that's my part. That's my point, right? Also, would society be better with less of that?
Probably.
I don't know.
Society would be better with no YouTube and no social media.
Maybe I could make arguments for social media.
Oh, I mean,
what gets
obviously it's good to be in the
monetized?
know.
Yeah. But no, that idea. I've always been. I like when effort's put into it. You can tell the difference versus somebody who's just whatever. Like,
If it fucks over the lazy people, I'm kind of fine with it.
Like, I'm kind of at the point where it's like we brought up before. We watched Poppy Gringo as a Patreon exclusive, thanks to one son of a bitch. And the amount of, like, the Brendan Schaub compilation hate videos is fascinating. Like, there's a whole universe unto itself. But for some of them that I've watched, I'm like, they're taking the time to edit in clips and then talk directly about, like,
Oh yeah,
it's not like they're just letting his whole thing go and then no, they're putting editing skills to a test.
oh yeah, they're doing like real videos and
The
editing.
Twitch streamers, you might hate this, Twitch is easier than YouTube in general, in the sense that you're not editing a video and putting thought or script or whatever, like,
Right. Like, to be fair, bleh. It's a completely different skill set to be able to be entertaining
yes,
straight through
no,
all
no,
that
no.
shit. We
Absolutely.
get it.
But there are a lot of ones that phone it in, and they should be weeded out.
Yeah, no, I agree. Side note, did you see that Brendan Schaub's getting sued now?
Yep. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know.
He was a dirty, dirty boy with his sponsorship.
If there is any chance that this, like I said, fucks over, if you are a commentator and you are truly putting effort in and editing and giving your actual thoughts, I don't want you to lose that. If you're a channel, it's just like, well, fuck this guy. I'm going to play his whole video and not be here for it or say anything really. Yeah, I can't support that.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I will not support that, and I'm okay with them being fucked over. I hope the ripple effect doesn't go the other way.
Yeah, no, I mean this could be crazy for the face of internet content creation.
Yeah.
So time will tell. I'm pretty sure we've almost always been wrong with our lawsuit predictions. So do we put our hat in the ring for what we think is going to happen? Actually, we're like 50-50 because Xbox won, Keystone lost.
No, we wanted Keystone to lose, but I don't think we thought they were.
No, we wanted Stone to lose.
Yeah, that's why that's what I'm saying. Like, we wanted Stone to lose. I don't think we thought they would lose.
Oh, I did.
Oh, see, I was like, no, this is a weird shit
All right,
like
so
that.
maybe I'm 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, once versus what I think's going to happen is a different story. In this case,
Gotta wait on this.
I would just hate to be the fucking judge that has to sit there and look at all this.
Well, has to sit through fucking multi-hour commentary video.
That's the worst. I would say.
Oh God! A 3-hour Frogan stream. Oh my fucking God!
I think Ethan Klein will probably win the lawsuit on whether he settles out of court with them. I think he will win because he clearly put enough thought to he dug enough to know who he could go after and who he had the most success. He baited them, so I feel like he's probably been working with a lawyer and has already established a case. Whereas those three, without knowing exactly how big they are, I doubt they have the money to get a proper lawyer that can fight it.
Yeah,
so I think they're going to lose on that basis.
Denims might have one because she was already doing a GoFundMe to try and sue H3 for defamation, but she took that down for a while. And yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
So my guess is he wins. Had he been going against Hassan or some of these bigger guys who might be able to afford, I think these three, he wins.
Yeah, and I kind of think just based on the fact that they started their videos with, we're doing this to make sure he gets nothing. Himself. I think it's almost over at that point.
Yeah.
So, Jesus Christ. Ethan, you maybe could have done a little more digging to find like one guy to take some of the criticism away from you. But
you know what?
It's what it is. You could have done 4.
If I'm going to be a positive boy, he's not fatting anymore. I don't know his journey. I know he was skinny. And I know I've seen some shit where I was like, wow, that motherfucker blew up. And now he looks skinny again. So.
Yeah, I'm sure the Ozempic guy went in there.
Whatever.
People out there have more crazy theories about that, which I am not going to get into because I don't want to get sued.
I don't even know if I want to know him, Jim.
You can go find out for yourself.
But Chambers, how is it reconnecting with Hams?
It's an old friend, Brian. It's a calming presence.
It's still a new girlfriend, but an old friend at the same time.
It's true. I mean,
it's only been 2 years since we've been really fucking with Hams.
Yeah, maybe
if that.
Yeah, maybe 2 years.
It's new.
Yeah, it started when you brought it over for our Eagles hangout.
Yep. So we'll say it again. If you ever get the chance, TooManyGames, come see us. I'm sure we'll do something with Nick, with Michelle, Joe, like Dan. We'll have further catch-ups on it, but
it's tough to do these guest calls when I don't. It's way easier over Zoom.
Just call him the Bidoof.
There.
With that, guys, we want to say thank you all so much for listening, for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure hit the notification bell, hit the subscription, leave comments in our videos. We truly appreciate it. And if you are listening on Podbean, iTunes, or Spotify, hit the subscribe button. And if you leave us a 5-star rating or whatever the highest rating is, we'll read your comments on each and every one of these Power Hour podcasts. With that, we want to say have a good night, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.